If there's one group of people I can't stand, it's the niggas that just love to romanticize life. Motherfuckers will see a third world war, a second global pandemic, a dead economy, and still be at the forefront of the people telling you that you should have kids and that life is worth living.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Bro, I'll be damned if the nigga with 23 kids from 23 different women with no roof over their heads is the nigga giving me advice on family planning. Nigga, you should be the last person speaking. Most of us are having to deal with this game called life simply because one of two people didn't attend enough sex ed classes to know how to properly wear a condom. You enter the game, start out in spectating mode for what feels like 2 minutes, and then you're forced into the abyss that involves making decisions so scary they're gonna have me still shitting my pants at the age of 50. The day we all knew we were cooked was the day our parents came home and told us we were gonna start going to school. I remember my 3-year-old ass thinking that all life was about was eating, watching cartoons, playing with my Legos, taking 5 shits a day, and having 10 naps. Not knowing I was destined to have to walk into a classroom and have a whole bunch of niggas looking at me like they just saw Homo habilis walking into a store in modern day China. I have to admit, at first school was genuinely fun, but that all changed once I realized I actually had to give 2 shits about a letter on my tests. So just to start things off, you're put in a system that seeks to manipulate you into thinking you're the stupidest creature alive if you're not getting straight A's from the time you're 4. It takes 7 years, but you magically make it out of primary school and get into secondary school. Depending on your gender, puberty really fucks you up around this time. If you're a dude, I know your ass was not getting no bitches because of how chopped this shit had you looking. Secondary school or high school is where most of us get our nice guy personas broken, which led to some becoming red pill edgelords that did nothing but suck and slurp Andrew Tate's dick, while the rest of us continued to exist in a state of eternal choppedness. I won't lie, bro, I coped by burying myself in books and becoming the nerdiest nerd you ever nerded. Saw. Trust me, it didn't help. If you're like me, you probably went through school with the mindset that your grades are what determined your self-worth, which genuinely brings me to tears now knowing that 99% of the things we learned in school is absolutely useless. These niggas had me stressing over not knowing the periodic table. Meanwhile, Elon Musk has no idea what the fuck iron is, but bro is still worth $830 billion more than I am. Anyone's crash out from hearing that would be completely valid. You eventually write your final exams and graduate from high school, and depending on what you want to do with your life, you either go to uni or take a decade-long gap year. For those who take the uni route, the one thing you realize once you take your very first step on campus is that all those TV shows and movies about college students were all a lie. You don't party every day, you don't get laid every other day, and you most certainly don't magically pass your tests and exams the same way you did in high school. At this time, one thing becomes very clear to both the college student and the person who decided to join the workforce early. Life is hard. With the college student, they discover that college is more or less an extension of high school in the sense that it's more of wasting your time consuming information you don't really care about just for the plot, which is getting a degree, and as a result, if they're a former gifted child, they just resort to doing enough to pass. The straight A version of themselves died after high school. Once you turn 20, it becomes apparent that this shit is no different from a first-time Spotify premium plan. You're given an 18 to 20 year free trial period to experience premium life, free food provided, free access to healthcare, free shelter, and when it's over, you now have to earn money to pay for those things yourself. You also realize that being an adult is not all it's hyped up to be. You can't do anything you want, but instead you can do anything you can afford to do. Whether you go to college or not, you're more likely going to eventually end up working a dead-end 9-to-5 job. This is dead as my worst nightmare besides going broke. As you slave for years at your job trying to earn enough money to buy a house, many people let go of the delusion that they'll be rich or famous. In addition to that, many friendships just end up dying due to multiple factors, but the biggest cause is that life gets busy, and while this happens, we still see that this system is absurd. Bro, I have to work to earn money to pay for an apple that grew from a tree that naturally grew from the ground and originally didn't belong to anyone. I have to earn money to pay to use water that's naturally made available for everyone. Niggas be buying naturally occurring minerals. And do you honestly think that's all?
There's no way out of this.
With all I've mentioned that we pay for on a monthly basis, I'm still going to hear my potential employer ask me some dumb shit like,
"And why do you think you would be the best person for this job?"
I'm broke, bitch. If it means sucking dick in order to pay bills and have a place to sleep, I'll gladly do it, nigga. No questions asked. What makes all this even worse is that prices keep rising non-stop. When everyone gets a raise at work, it's guaranteed that prices of goods and services are going up as well. It's the equivalent of you casually playing Borderlands, and when the game gives you a random jackpot of ammo, you immediately know there's something coming. You're just waiting to see how big it is. We can't rewire the system because we know doing that and creating a new one is much harder than just continuing to exist in the system that's already been established. We'd have to call upon the power of the Avengers to rewire this shit, fam. And even when we take into consideration the fact that the system is designed in a way that in order for you to live a semi-comfortable life, you need to climb up the economic ladder, there will still be some motherfuckers talking about some money won't make you happy.
Get the fuck out of here!
Please just shut the fuck up, bro. It's never made sense to me how rich niggas are casually saying this shit when if you have the money to, you can buy great quality clothes, you can afford to pay for health insurance, you can eat great food, you can afford to own a car, you can buy a house, scratch that, you can build a house, you have access to high quality skincare products, things that 95% of the world's population doesn't have access to. And you mean to tell me you're not happy?
This nigga's a homosexual. You saying I'm gay? Yes!
As we speak, my desire to become extremely wealthy is so strong that every single time I take a moment to sit down, McDonald's cashier sounds start filling up my mind, gang. I'm genuinely starting to think I'm schizophrenic. Being unable to have something because of your financial situation has to be the worst feeling in the world. And is the reason why the thought of being poor is the only thing on my mind 24/7. You know it's bad when you're having nightmares of you having to survive on a single slice of bread every week. Overall, life is a collection of annoying and unnecessary experiences made by society that we unfortunately get to go through against our will. I'ma be real with y'all, I hate this shit with a burning passion. I blew off a lot of steam with this video, but I really think I need therapy. Anyway, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and if you want to help me afford therapy, support me on Patreon by subscribing to this tier, where I offer my commentary video scripts, my commentary videos, unreleased thumbnails, knowledge of the next commentary video, and a free custom wallpaper made by me every month. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I think that's about it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!